everyone, welcome to today's video. Here we are again with Kat. You must recognize her from when she was blue. She was so amazing in that little video that I snagged her and made her one of ours. Now she's a little nvenn
Family.
She's family. Yes, she works here. So she's already bored of her hair, as most hairstylists are, except for me because I'll always be blonde. But yeah, so today we're going to keep her bright, fabulous pink canvas of hair, but we're going to melt it with a very bright orange. Why orange?
I don't know. I'm just really feeling it. It's speaking to me.
It's speaking to her, so that's what we're going to. And you can see your hair is growing in nice and long from when that video we did that big chop.
Regular haircuts. Who would have thought?
Yes, regular haircuts, good products. And today you're going to see the way that we get rid of some of this pink. It's still going to keep it nice and healthy. We're actually going to be using the nvenn cream lightener. I haven't used it before. We've been using Schwarzkopf Blonde Me, and I hear good things about the nvenn one too, so I want to see how well it works. And then obviously if it doesn't work well, then we're going to jump in there with something else. But we'll be right back with the sectioning pattern. So first we have this little patch of stuff here.
So ominous.
She's growing on her undercut. So I'm gonna go in there with Schwarzkopf and Blonde Me and 30 vol because we need to get that real light. And we're gonna do this first because lightening out direct dye will take minutes compared to what this will take, which actually this is pretty strong stuff, so it'll be pretty quick too. I didn't put any cool additives because we don't want it cool, we want it to be warm. We want the orange. And so we decided orange because it's gonna be a really cool color blocking little twist to the regular ombre. So in my experience, because I do a lot of ethnic hair, and to take, not that Kat's a level 1 or anything, but to take someone like my sister from a level 1 to a level 10, the bleach can't even be 5 minutes old in a bowl. So really when I'm doing something like that, I don't really mix more than 5 grams at a time, but for this I just mixed 10 grams because it'll be fine. I'm just going to slop it on like this. Get it everywhere. There. So here's a little trick. When you take a piece of square foil, for those people with these little nape sections, if you just turn it, it fits in there right nicely like that. So now I can lay her hair down over top and keep it separate from the rest of the bleach. Okay, here we are with her section into the 4 basic quadrants. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I said that like that. But anyways, okay, so this is a cream bleach. With anything that's in a tube, you want to do this to it. The reason why it's in a tube usually, you can always safely assume that it needs to be mixed because it's separated. The thing with creams too, obviously there's like usually creams and oils and waters or whatever. With it being so heavy, it's always going to separate. So with anything that's in a tube, you can even do this with your toothpaste, but toothpaste doesn't separate. You can just go like this. Give it a good squeeze, and you'll know because when you first turn it over, if it squirts out a little bit of liquid, then you know you haven't squeezed it enough. So I've mixed it with 20 ball, 1 to 2, because I've done her hair before, and this girl takes, a lot of product. When we did her pink, I don't know if I even mentioned it in the video, but we had 2 tubes of Pulp Riot, and we were so scared that we were gonna run out. It was crazy. Who uses that much color? Just her. Okay, so let's get this blonde away. So I'm gonna start with this back quadrant here. So what we want, I'm just gonna spin her to the front actually. We want it to be the predominant amount of orange to be about to her chin here. So, but we want flashes of orange coming through a little bit higher through the front. So we're going to use just a melting technique, and I'm going to apply this on like the speed of lightning. So on certain spots like on the bottom, you're going to see, in order for it to fall to her draw, we're going to be painting it up a little bit higher because of where it sits, right? The hair down here sits a little bit lower. That's something you have to keep in mind. Also, what we did is on the front here, she wears it with a really, really deep part. So that's where the quadrant or the front section is going to be divided from, because again, this hair needs to be way longer to sit around the same level. So they're on the top layer of her right front quadrant, there's going to be less orange so that we can see that it's sitting around the same level as the rest. And again, we don't want to, you want to keep your hands really clean. And you're really going to stagger the amount of stagger how high you bring up the lightener so that it doesn't look like it's dip dyed. So this one, we're going to paint on this stone here, like so. And I'm just going to gently lay it on top so that there's air in between it and that it's not, the underneath layers aren't lightening anything that it's not supposed to be lightening. And this one I'm just going to do the ends. So basically I did a really, really high one, medium high one, then a really, really low one, and then this one I'm going to take up a little bit higher again. And then I'm just going to continue this pattern all the way up until everything's covered. And you have to work really fast because you can already see the bottom's blonde. It's looking lighter. And we don't want it to be too light. We just want to take out the pink basically. Whatever underpigment is perfect because we want that remaining pigment to contribute to the orange underneath. If you're lightening it too light, her orange is going to fade really quickly. Here you can see how quickly a direct dye actually gets lifted out. That's all I've applied to and it's already going blonde, so I have to hustle. So here we have just the first quadrant done and you can see it's already like a level 9, 10 on her ends. That's amazing. So here you can see that it's pretty much all done. We kept it nice and staggered so that it's not going to be like half and half like a dip dyed look. It's literally only been a few minutes and you can see already how much lighter it is. So we're gonna just wait a little bit more because there's a little bit of residual pink left and then we're gonna rinse her. The reason why it comes out so quickly is it's a direct dye. So I'm just gonna explain direct dye because I know we have a lot of students that are following us on our page. A direct dye, the difference between a direct and indirect dye is an indirect dye is a permanent dye and it'll go right into the hair strand and attach itself to the cortex of the hair. Whereas a direct dye just sits directly on top of the hair, so it just washes away. There's not actually any penetration into the hair shaft. So we'll be right back after we wash it. So while we're blow drying her hair, her pink is getting everywhere and I got my new white nails. I'm not touching it. So this is a good little hack.
Pictures?
Look at this. It's all pink. You can get it off by putting a little bit of bleach on it. Just like that. Let it sit for a few minutes and it's going to get it all off if you do it right away. Just like so. There. And now Kat has to blow dry her own hair.
All right.
I just got my nails done yesterday.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
So here we have her all washed and blow dried. You can see that the gradient is nice and blended here. There's not going to be a really harsh start and stop, which is really funny because when we were getting ready to do this, Kat was explaining to me what an ombre was.
I was misinformed on what an ombre was, to be fair.
So it's nice and blended throughout. We're not going to have any harsh lines. So I'm going to go through and mix the, well, I have mixed the color. I actually changed it. We are using Fiery Coral and Orange from the Joyco Intensity line, and she really, really likes the dark one. Maybe I'll come down here so you can see my whole head. She really, really likes the dark one, but we found that the dark one was too dark and the light one was a little bit too light, so we did 1/4 of this orange and 3/4 of this Fiery Coral, which looks like this. And we're also gonna do her nape this corally color so that when she puts it up, it'll look like color blocking, which will be really cool. It'll give a nice twist to the regular ombre. So I'm just going to go through and paint her lightener on, which you don't really need to watch me do. So we'll be back once it's all processed and rinsed. So you can see I took it really easy on Kat. Typically when you're rinsing out these funky colors, you want to use ice cold water. And she was like, no, she didn't want it. So I used something that was slightly warmer, and you can see that it's bled into here, making it a little bit pink, which is totally fine because we're going to be covering it with orange anyways. But if it was a different instance, I wouldn't care if the client or Kat said yes or no. It's going to be ice cold. Here's the toner on. Look at how beautifully bright this orange is. Now we're going to let it sit for 20 minutes before we rinse it. So here's her hair all done. power dried up to about 50%. I'm gonna get her to do her hair, or put the product in because I'm not touching her wet ass hair with these wet nails. I just got these done a couple days ago, so it's not happening. So first she's gonna do is put volume. What she's gonna do is run it through the roots everywhere. You kind of want to start in the sides and the crown area, and then work your way around to the bottom and then around the top, because that's where the hair is the most dense. And the trick to working with volume when you're blow drying is, once you get it in everywhere, you want to give it a quick power dry so that it doesn't dry all crunchy. If you just let it air dry, it's going to dry like you put gel in your hair. But once you get it dried and then blown in, it looks amazing. Next, she's going to put in some replenish through her ends. Just like so. And the replenish, you want to run mid shafts down to the ends. And when you're applying product, you've heard me say it before, if you're scrunching the hair, you're going to scrunch it in like that. And you can see she's going to be wearing it sleeker, so we're smoothing it in like that. Now that's all even. And here's a towel for you. Thank you. And lastly, of course, the most important thing, protect. Blow dryers get so hot, and we just did this beautiful color. So you got to think of a t-shirt. A brand new t-shirt in the dryer starts to fade. We don't want to take away any of this vibrancy by putting heat straight onto her hair. So we're going to mist it all over. Vanna?
See? Teamwork.
Yes, there we go. Get it in there. And then the bangs. Okay, now she's going to go ahead and power dry it. This is going to be a little different video. I'm making the client, her, do her own hair. So this is her hair straight. It's not straight, flat ironed, it's just blown out. I just wanted to show you what the color looks like. So nice and blended. You can't even see where the orange and pink starts and stops. So she has an ombre style, but it doesn't look like it's dip dyed. Nice and blended. Okay, and let's show the other side. And still nice and strong as well. This better not stain my nails. Like this. There we go. See? Beautiful flashes of color. So now what we're going to do is, she wants a curly. I just wanted to show you that this will look good straight and it will look good curly. Here we are with the hair all finished. She is amazing, ready to party today or whatever. She's just getting tacos.
That is a party.
That is a party, yes. But look how beautiful and shiny and silky your hair is. Touch it. It's soft. Tell them about it. How do you feel?
It's everything. I'm obsessed with the color. The blend, I don't know if you guys can see it as beautifully as it is in real life, but it's so smooth. There's no start and no stop to either color. It just is. It's its own entity. And it feels amazing. Like, my hair feels so healthy and so strong. And like, you wouldn't even, like, it's like it grew this way. I grow my hair naturally like this. That's how it feels.
This is how cute she was, because she's like, I want it to like look half and half, but I don't want it to be half and half. Don't worry, it'll be diffused.
That's exactly what she did.
It will be diffused,
but it's not like that.
And there is no, like, I'm like, no ombre should ever look like it's dip dyed. That is horrible.
Which was, that's where the misinterpretation was. That's why I didn't know what an ombre was.
Yes. But if you have any questions, comment about the kind of videos that you want to see. We do have a list of videos that our subscribers have asked us to do, so we're going to do those. Knock them out one at a time as soon as we get a model for them. And other than that, stay amazing, stay beautiful. We love you. Thank you so much for all your love and support, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.